Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of A Bite of Life. Today, we'll be making a slow roasted Mojo style pork. It's so juicy, bursting with flavor. You guys are not gonna wanna miss this recipe. Let's get in the kitchen and get started. For this recipe, you'll need a nice size Boston butt pork shoulder. I've got about 15 cloves of garlic, a small onion, 3 limes, 3 oranges, and then you'll also need some dried oregano and some cumin powder. And that's everything. First thing I'm going to do is cut my onion in half, and then along the grain, along the lines, I'm just going to cut the onion into strips just like that. For the garlic, I'm just gonna give them all a nice smash and then just take a couple minutes just going through them and mince it up as best you can like that. Place all that garlic into a mixing bowl, and now we can start juicing our oranges and limes. It's always helpful to remember to roll your fruit before you juice it so it releases all the juices inside. After you've juiced your 3 oranges and 3 limes, you're looking to have about 2 cups of juice for your marinade. We can now pour that into the bowl with our garlic. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the dried oregano. And about 2 tablespoons of the ground cumin. I accidentally overpoured there, so I'm just gonna use 1. And finally, 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I'm not going to put salt in the marinade. You can if you want. I'm going to salt the meat aggressively, as you'll see in a minute. So just give your marinade a nice little stir. We'll put that to the side. I cut about half of the fat cap off. As you can see, it's kind of a thin layer of fat cap, which is fine. We don't want it to be too fatty. And then I'm going to just cut across the grain some slits on each side, the fat cap side and the underneath side, and then season aggressively all sides of your meat, including getting in between those cracks, getting them all in those nooks and crannies, just like that. Now, there's a couple different ways you can cook this. I'll go over later how you can prepare this in a crock pot. I'm going to use my Dutch oven. You want to marinate your meat for about 15 hours. So what I'm going to do, what I find is the easiest, is I'm going to marinate the meat right in the Dutch oven that I'm going to be cooking it in. I'll put half my onion down on the bottom, along with a couple ladles of the marinade. And then I can pour over a couple more ladles of the marinade right on top of the meat and kind of massage it into the meat just like that. If you have an opportunity to, a couple times during the night or whenever you're marinating, you can spoon more of the marinade on top. And then I'm putting the rest of the onion on top, just like that. So I marinated the Mojo pork overnight in the Dutch oven, which made it super easy the next morning before I went to work to just put it in the oven on 275 degrees and just let it cook low and slow for about 10 hours. After 10 hours, your house is going to smell intoxicating. I couldn't wait to try this. As you can see, I was fumbling around with it. I was trying to get it onto the serving plate without it completely falling apart, but it just wants to melt on you. It's so tender, it's so juicy. Drizzle some more of those delicious juices over top, and this is ready to go. The sky is the limit for what you can create with this pork. You could do Mojo pork platters with beans and rice and avocado like I did, or you could do tacos, pulled pork sandwiches, taquitos. I also shot a Cuban sandwich video using some of these leftovers, so stay tuned for that, guys. And if you do have a chance to try this recipe, please let me know in the comment section how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.